And hello and welcome again to Enlightened World Network's Day of Healing. We are returning to love. That's what we've been doing all day long with the blessings we've received from everyone that's come on with us. And this one is really good. So hold on to your seats. I want to introduce Loot Bryon Smith to Enlightened World. Loot, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you very much, Terry. I appreciate your wonderful, warm welcome and your hospitality, and just basically just your just encouragement in regards to everything that I'm doing in my journey. And I appreciate, like I said before, that you're there. We may not talk all the time, or but I know it's so warming to know that you are there, and I can reach out to you and you can reach out to me at any moment. That's really reassuring to have someone like you to be part of my journey, my life, period.
Yeah, you make a big difference in my life, Loot. You're so encouraging and so positive, and I need that. We all need that. So thank you. And I'm
Yes.
going to turn this over to you and just let you bless us right now. So
All
thank
right.
you.
Thank you very much. Yes, I just want to thank everyone. First of all, express gratitude for everyone who's watching and listening right now, and those that might watch and listen later on. I just want to thank you for allowing me to take a few moments of your time. And again, I want to thank Terry and just the whole Enlightenment uh, World Network for making me a part of this, allowing me to be a part of this. I feel truly grateful and blessed that I'm able to come in and share, with friends and just new people, and even just learn myself, you know, because I'm a firm believer that whatever in your journey, what you choose to consciously and purposely put yourself around, eh, that's what that's what grows. So I'm thankful that I can connect with someone like Terry and just her team, and just to grow and help me to to advance in my journey. But today I would like to talk about, it might be a little bit different than what everyone else has done, but I would like to talk about your subconscious mind, which is something that a lot of people don't really pay attention to. And this might be some information that I'm sharing with you that you might know, or it could be new to you. And even if you already know it, what I like to tell people that, they ask me, they say, Luke, why do you read these books that are, a lot of them are like the same thing? And it's like they're different authors, but yet they're talking about the same thing. And I'm just saying, I let them know that it's like affirmations. You don't just say them one time. You say them over and over again to program yourself and to get into that thought process. So just reading this information in different perspectives helps me, to affirm it. And it's like if you're cleaning something, detail cleaning something, you get it from all angles. So that's what I believe that is happening when I'm reading the various books that I'm reading on, the same subjects of, whether it's meditation, prayer, self-empowerment, love, harmony, advancement as far as economically and financially. I'll saturate my mind with these things, because that's what I want for myself, and that's what I want to share with other people, and the energy and the people that I want that are doing, the same thing or want the same thing. I You'll see that when you're following, saturating your mind with certain things, you tend to draw in people that are along your journey that are doing the same thing as you. So that's like, it's just magical. And that's how I ended up connecting with Terry. Just, we have a different thing that we do. It's not that we do the same thing, but along the same energy, in the basis is of love and healing and just enlightenment. So therefore, that's where we connect, because we have the same purpose. Again, not to get too much off of a subject, but the subconscious mind. Now, your conscious mind is what you're looking through right now. It's you notice that your hand is in front of your face. You notice that you have on a certain, you know, type of attire. You go pick that out. You realize whether you know, you have enough money to cover something, or you don't, or you have a desire to go to want to go do something or to be a certain way. And your subconscious mind is like the master computer. I like to compare it to a computer. It's your hard drive that's behind all that really sends the messages to your conscious mind. That's why you have a certain personality the way you have it, because your subconscious mind has recorded all this. It kind of just makes you who you are, whether, you know, your beliefs, your superstitions, your strengths, your fears, your courage, your whatever. And so what I have found through my research and reading and just life experience myself is that you can actually program that. You know, you can program it like a computer through repetition and through, you know, feeling and just believing something that isn't there. And a lot of people like to call that faith. And that's where that faith is going, is into your subconscious mind, because obviously your conscious mind is telling you what you're having faith in, that you don't see it right now. But with that faith, you believe it to be so, or coming. And I like to say that I believe it to be so, not that it's coming, because if I continue to tell myself that it's coming, then okay, then the next day it's on its way, or yeah, it's going to happen. And then the next day, yeah, it's going to. I like to look at things like it's happening right now, and engage in that feeling in the words, as if whatever I want in my life, whether it be healing, whether it be financial blessings, whether it be, you know, healed relationships, as if it was, if it's occurring now. And a lot of what I see that works for me is actually, even, you know, we all talk to ourselves, and we all have that inner voice. And, you know, sometimes it looks a little crazy. You see someone talking to themselves, but we all do, you know, and sometimes that's the best person. I'm not going to say sometimes, all the time. That's the best person you can talk to, is yourself, because you're the one that really knows every single detail about yourself, you know, more than anyone. Even if you open up to, you know, people that are close to you, your parents, your children, or whatever, you're still the one that knows you the best. So talking to yourself is the best thing that you could possibly do. And what I like to do is like I'm putting on a play with myself, and I interact as if whatever I'm desiring at that moment. And it's not all about just wanting material things. Just even if I want to be a, you know, a better father, or just a kinder person, or a person that doesn't worry as much, or a person that's more patient and calm, I talk to myself like that way. You know, I'll um, make up scenarios as if, and then act as if the way that I want to be in those scenarios. Like, I'm very calm. Someone is doing this, you know, on the job, and I'm blessing them, sending them peace, love, and happiness. And I find that to be, you know, somewhat magical, because it ends up really changing the situation. And then you're like, wow, this person that, you know, has really rubbed me the wrong way, all of a sudden it's not happening anymore. And, you know, it's just miraculous of how things happen. But your subconscious mind is very powerful. And the best times to really program your subconscious mind is before you go to sleep. And I believe that when you say certain words, you have to be careful what you say before you, especially when you first wake up and before you go to sleep, because your mind is in that state, that vulnerable state at that time. I can't really think of the word that it's in, but you know, your mind has activity when you're sleeping, and pretty much the last things that you were thinking about, that's what's really concentrated in there and moving around in there. So that's why oftentimes before I go to sleep, I say, you know, things such as, you know, I'm harmonious. I'm getting along with everybody. Everybody loves me. I love everyone. I wish everybody peace, love, and success. There's success, great health in my life, no matter what's going on, you know, and there's a power within that. And it's just miraculous. So again, your subconscious mind is that part of your mind, like your heart is beating right now. And it's not, you're not telling it to be. Your subconscious mind is, everything is, you're not telling your blood to flow. Your subconscious mind is. So you can tap into that subconscious mind and program, you know, better thoughts and things to come to you, and to you know, and also tell yourself certain things, even when we have these thoughts that might not necessarily be supportive of what, you know, and it seems like we can't control what we're thinking. We're thinking really bitter and negative right now. You have a conscious choice to be able to say, I reject that. And you keep telling that, and your subconscious mind is picking that up. Like I said, it's like a recorder from when you were a child, 7 years old on. It was recording everything, and it's nonstop. It never shuts off. That's why you have to be careful as well as when you fall asleep. I used to fall asleep oftentimes with the television on, and you know, it could be a negative program on, and yet you got to think you're sleeping, but your subconscious mind is recording all this you know, whatever it's hearing and absorbing. And then, you know, it has ways of, some certain type of ways of showing up in your life. And what I've also realized is that, you know, we can meditate, we can pray, and focus on certain things that we want is to be a part of us, that we want to manifest in our lives. But if we are constantly watching these negative programs or engaging in negative conversations the other, you know, 14 hours a day, it doesn't matter that we've meditated or we've prayed for 10, 15, 20 minutes, you know, and only focused on positive right then, because your subconscious mind, the universe is still listening those other hours. So be very aware of what the words you're putting out there. And a lot of people say, well, you know, if this is what's going on in my life, then this is what I'm talking about. It's fine to talk about things that might not be necessarily uplifting, but make sure that there's a solution as to, you know, at the end of that, while you're talking about that, because the more we focus on and the more we talk about, that's what tends to expand in our lives. And I'm finding that out. And it's just really, I hope I haven't lost some of you and that you understand what I'm saying, but just give it a shot, because, you know, I can give you examples of with myself ever since I've started reading, you know, certain books and finding out about how, you know, the subconscious mind works in regards to everything, even with my meditation. When you meditate, you're programming things into your subconscious mind, you know, whether, like I said, whether it be healing or, you know, just whatever that you want or desire, or, you know, as part of your character or in your physical, you know, experience. You know, things have happened to me, like, you know, attracting someone like Terry Angel into my life. You know, before that wouldn't have happened, but because of what I'm affirming, what I'm talking about, the type of material that I'm engaged in, you know, I attract people like, you know, wonderful people like her on a regular basis. And it just the journey of me being a better person and just attracting better quality of people. Not saying that we don't have any, you know, we're like we just talked about, Terry and I said, we're a work in progress. So it's nothing about being perfect and that nothing happens, you know, that's uncomfortable or unforeseen anymore. But it's to know that you do have some control over the things that are happening in your life. You can purposely, you know, cause things to happen with the things you program into your mind, you know, and your speech, and, you know, of course, your feelings and your belief with repetition, and the information that you listen to, and things like that really has a lot to do with what shows up in your experience. A lot of people, some people can think that, oh no, you know, because I watch these programs about these rich people all the time, and it doesn't happen for me or whatever. But It will. It's just look at, first of all, the type of program you're watching. Is it really positive? And just your conversation and the things you absorb when you're not specifically watching something that you feel that should be enhancing your life. What are you doing? What are you listening to? What type of music are you listening to? What type of conversations are you engaged in? What kind of inner chatter are you having? And like I said, we all have this inner chatter that can happen that it seems like we have no control over. And we are able to challenge that and say, you know what? This chatter that's going on right now, I do not accept it. I don't accept it. You know, it's happening. I can see it. I can hear it, but I don't accept that. And what I do is accept is this, and then, you know, replace that thought with some better words. Even if you really don't believe it at the time, just keep programming yourself, you know, as to the way. Because if you don't, like a very respected author that I listen to, Dr. Joseph Murphy, if you don't program your own self, someone else will. The media will program you. Other people will program your mind as to how you think and as to how you feel. And if it's not the way you want to think and feel, then you take charge of that. You affirm the way you want to feel, the way that you are feeling, even if you aren't feeling that way at the time. And that in itself brings healing to yourself in times that you may be physically ill. If you constantly affirm that I'm healing, my body is healing now, I'm feeling better now, there's a power, and really believe it, there's a miraculous feeling, miraculous things that will occur within that. Just like I said, your conscious mind it sees what's going on, and it's hard to convince. It can be hard to convince yourself that, wait a minute, this is happening. I feel sick. You know, the rent's due, and I'm short of that. But that's where your belief and your faith comes in, and you can program yourself to even take things that might not be, you know, something that you desire, but you can take that and say, okay, well, this that's occurring, there's a reason for this to be happening right now, and I'm gonna be positive all the way through it. I'm gonna embrace it. Not saying that oh, I'm sick, oh, I love being, no, not that. It's just that, hey, I know that this is taking me through this to get me somewhere better, and just always know that you're going somewhere higher and better. When a door closes, there's always something that's going to open up. I was just talking to my wife today about some advertisement that I was trying to engage in. I was trying to get going, and there's some technical difficulties. And I told her, I said, you know what? I wanted this to happen right now, but it's saving me from something. It's not time to run this campaign right now. At the right time, it will happen, and it will be more. It will make more of an impact when it does happen, instead of being upset and, oh man, this is not going right now. Nope, I'm embracing with the process of whatever's coming my way, and I'm turning it into a strength. And that's all within our power to do that. So I just wanted to share that with you. I know that's a lot of information, and some of it's repetitive, but I just wanted everyone to share with everyone what I'm learning. And I wanted to share a few books also. Hopefully it might be backwards when I show it to you this way, but just some books I've been reading that's kind of giving me this information. And I mentioned him, Joseph Murphy. Like I said, that's backwards, but How to Unleash the Power of Your Subconscious Mind, a 52-week guide. Neville Goddard, The Complete Reader. That's another great book. The Power of the Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy. How to Use the Power of Prayer, again by Joseph Murphy. And another book by Reverend Ike, The Science of Living Study Guide, Health, Joy, and Prosperity for You, which is, they all have something similar, and they're all talking about the power you have within yourself, just encouraging you and reminding you of the power you have over yourself, the power that the universe is giving you to enhance your life. So before I go, I would like to feed our minds, our hearts, our spirits with some positive programming in the form of a affirmation or meditation. So if you like to repeat after me, say it with me, or just listen to me. I always like to start out before I say anything, meditation or prayer, by just centering myself and focusing and just relaxing and just trying to take my mind off of, you know, the chatter, the what I have to do later on, what I didn't do, these bills, this, that, try to take my mind off that by focusing more on my breathing. So I intentionally take deep breath, inhale really deeply through my nose, and I blow out through my mouth. Again. And just focus on your breath. Focus on yourself saying that I'm breathing in right now. I'm breathing out right now. And I find that kind of centers me, and it really does center me and just helps me to, okay, take my mind off other things. And I just focus on just my breath. There's no harm in that, because your breath is your life. So you're focusing on life, so I am filled with gratitude every moment in time and point of space. My life is filled with healthiness, healing, balance, and abundance. I have within me the power to control how I feel by saying positive, life-giving words. I also have it within me to reject anything that is not uplifting, that is not supportive of my inner peace. And I do not accept anything that is not supportive of my overall well-being. I send those negative thoughts back to their native nothingness and take my focus and energy off of them. And I refocus on all the good that is in me, in my life, and those around me. I am thankful that the universe has given me this power to bring only goodness into my life, and to understand that whatever might happen that isn't what I desire is for a purpose of bringing me to my higher self. And everything leads to my success, health, wealth, love, and happiness. Thank you.
Loot
Terry,
Bryon.
you there?
Yes, I'm here. Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you for taking us to that place of gratitude. And there were so many gems in there that you shared. Thank you, my friend. That was absolutely beautiful. And what a blessing you are to the world.
Thank you, Terry. I appreciate it. Yes, gratitude is a very important thing because um, a lot of people, a lot of times, including myself, has focused on a lot of things that I don't like that's going on, and I find that being in that space and that energy, it doesn't help at all. It basically brings more. I find it brings more of the same. It's more draining to focus on that. So I just try to find just little things, and I don't have to look very hard to be grateful for. Like when I wake up, hey, I get a chance to experience another day, another sunrise, and to move my fingers and to be a better me today, and
Yeah.
self-reflect and just grow and
Yeah.
be
I say
encouraged
that
by
every
people.
morning. Yeah. Every
Yeah, be
morning when I
encouraged.
wake up, thank you for
Yeah.
another day. And
Yes. And
look,
I think, like I said, like I was saying before, it's very important how we end. It's very important all the time, but especially how we end and start our day.
yes.
When
Starting
you
with
start your day with just positive words and just saying this day is and is going to be the best day so far in my life, that puts out that energy before you even start. And then some things might still happen that well, I thought it was going to be don't let that deter you. You stay right on track, and
Absolutely.
eventually those things that happen will dissipate and become less effective on you, less and less, when you stay in control of your mind, the words you say, and how you feel and how you choose to perceive things.
Absolutely. Luke, I want more people to find you and to follow what you do, your beautiful work. You have so much inspiration out there on YouTube. So if you would, please tell us how we can get in touch with you or how we can follow what you do.
Yes, you can just look me up, Loot Bryon Smith. That's LootBryon. That's a different spelling for Brian, I know, but that's it. BrYonSmith. So if you look up Loot Bryon Smith, you can find me on social media, period, just Facebook or YouTube. Look, Loot Bryon Smith. And I also have some inspirational music with enlightening, motivating lyrics. You can, on any of the streaming services, iTunes and Spotify and Pandora, just look up Loot Bryon Smith again, and you'll see what I do.
Absolutely. I've started many of my mornings with you, Luke, with some of those affirmation videos, especially. It's so great to put that into your head first thing in the morning, like you said. So
Yeah.
thank you again, my friend. Thank you for blessing us with your presence. And to all
Thank
of
you.
you that are watching or that will watch on the replay, I really hope you'll reach out to Lute and let him know what this has meant for him to come on and share from his heart about what it means to talk to ourselves and to really stay in that positive mindset. It is so important. So, what a blessing. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And for those of you who have been with us today, thank you for hanging in there with this marathon of live streaming. And we are getting ready in 15 minutes. We're going to come back on for the very last one, and it will be a recap of the day. We'll be sharing all the presenters and giving a little blurb about what they shared with us and what we got from it. And I hope that you will come with us. There will be a closing meditation and it will be amazing. We're going to do this again next month. So it's a big job, but we are pleased to do it. And we're so happy to share this awesomeness that has come through today with all of you. So many blessings. Find us in 15 minutes here on Enlightened World Network and find Lute on his social media and his website. Loot, thank you for being here, my friend. I love you so much. And I
Thank
really
you. I love you too, Terry. You're the best orchestrator, mastermind. I just like working with you, and I don't even consider this work. I don't even want to say that, but just engaging with you and just being a part of whatever you allow me to be a part of. I really appreciate it very much.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your night, my friend. I'll talk to
Thank
you
you very
soon.
much.
Bye,
Peace, love.
everybody.